Hello, good day. Look who is back. Sorry for my breaks. Honestly, I have a couple of clients orders that I need to sort out. So I couldn't film with the orders I have at hand. So I had to put that on hold. But then I'm back with this beauty. We'll be making this beauty together. Look at that dress. Look at the edging. Color beauty. We'll be making this beauty together. Very, very straightforward and easy to make. And I'll be telling you how to adjust the size. Don't worry. In the course of the tutorial, I'll be telling you how to make like two different designs actually. And if you don't feel like adding this edge, you can actually ignore it. But I think it's finer and more beautiful with this beautiful scallop edging. So that being said, let me take you through the materials we'll be needing to make this beauty. So, to make our dress, I'll be needing a couple of materials. So, to start with, we'll be needing all of yarns. Um, I actually use a lot of colors here. I couldn't bring all of that together because for this blue, I used about 7 different shades of blue, so I can't bring everything together. So that's why I just have this here. So this, I'll be using this brand, which I majorly use on this channel. Yeah, is one of the um best and common brand we have here in Nigeria. So I'll be using this, and as you can see, it's in yarn. So I'll be working with 2 strands together, and it is 100% acrylic. So you can this pattern. One thing with it is you can actually customize this. You can work in the you can work it in one color. You can decide to switch up colors just like the way I did. The thumbnail, you can see that I did a lot of color, like I worked with a lot of colors. I did the ones with shades of blue, which is this. I did the one with shades of green, shades of brown color, and I think yellow. So you can play around with colors with this pattern. You can decide to do yours in rainbow, so please go ahead and you know do whatever you can do with this pattern. So that being said about the yarn, we'll be needing tape measures to take some measurements. We'll be needing a pair of scissors for cutting, a tapestry needle for weaving in our hands. We'll be needing this decorative flower. As you can see, I use that right here. It's actually add this beauty and this touch to the dress, so it's very, very important. And you'll be needing a ribbon. As you can see, is about half an inch, not that wide. So you'll be needing this in any color of your choice. You'll be putting that around, and you'll be needing a button to put at the back. That being said, I think those are the materials, and yeah, we'll be needing hot glue. I'll be using that to attach my flower to the dress. So that being said, let us jump right into the tutorial. So you're going to start with the yoke of the dress, and like I said earlier, I'll be using size 4.5 hook. So for the measurements and the chain count, the foundation chain for different sizes, I'll be making for size, excuse me, I'll be making for size 0 to 6 months or 3 to 6 months. But I'll be telling you how to adjust your foundation chain. So I have a calculation here. I actually used the same calculation for the very last dress tutorial I dropped. I used this same calculation for it. So we will be working with this. This is actually the formation we are going with, 1 2 2 2 1, and this is how we divided it. You see, we have a diagram here that is looking like a yoke. If you don't mind, you can take a screenshot of this. You can take a screenshot. So you can see we have like a diagram of a yoke right here. So these two will be at the back. This is our first armhole. This is the chest or the front area. As you can see that it is labeled. This is the second armhole, and this is the other side at the back. So this is how the formation goes. This one here at the back is for this here. This 2 here is for armhole. This 2 here is for this chest area. This 2 here is for the second armhole, and this one here is for the last one at the back. So if you're adjusting your sizes, you will just have to add this or remove this to any of the sizes you're making. I don't know if I'm making sense, and I don't want to get you confused. So If you are doing for 0 to 3 months, it's chain 62, as you can see. And I have this here, the one at the back. For 0 to 3 months, we have 8. Right here, the armhole, 0 to 3 months, I have 12 stitches. The chest area, 0 to 3 months, I have 16 stitches. The second armhole, 0 to 3 months, I have 8. And the second armhole, sorry, will be repeating the same thing here. And the back will be repeating the same thing as well. Now look at the difference. For 3 to 6 months, we chain 70. You know, that's 8 chain difference. So to be able to divide everything equally, you are going to follow this formation. So as you can see, the back for 0 to 3 months was 8. You can see for 3 to 6 months is 9. 6 to 12 months is 10. So you can see it's one chain difference, which is what we have here. So for the armhole, 0 to 3 months is 12. 3 to 6 months is 14. 6 to 12 months is 16. As you can see, it is two chains difference, which we have here. And we have for the chest area 16, 18, 20, two chains, which I have here. Armhole the same thing, and the back the same thing. So if you are doing for 6 to 12 months, you chain 78. If you are doing 12 to 18 months, you are going to add 8 chains to this, and you will follow this formation to divide it. I hope I'm clear, and I hope you get that. So I just have to take my time to explain this so that you can easily work with. If you are doing any size at all, you can easily have all your foundation chains and your extra stitches. You can easily have it distributed and not get yourself confused. And this should also be helpful to the beginners as well. So I know I took my time already on explaining that, so let's jump right into the tutorial. So I'll be starting with my white yarn. I'll place this aside because I will always make reference to this. So I will make, like I said, I'm making for 0 to 6 months or 0 to 3 to 6 months. So I am going with this foundation chain. So we are doing 0 to 3 months, so chain 62. 6 to 12 months, you chain 78. 12 to 18 months, you had 8 more chains. Or if you are doing for 2 years, you had another 8. So just like that, multiples of 8. So as for me, the difference is 8. This is not multiple of 8. Don't let me get you confused. The difference is 8 chains. So I'll go ahead and chain 70 right now. So when I'm done with my 70 chains, after making my slip knots, I'll just go ahead and start making my chains. So I'll go ahead and chain 70. So I have my 70 chains. You might not be able to see that very well now because of the color. I'm using color white and the background is white as well. So my foundation chain measures about 15.5 inches without being stretched. 15.5. So our foundation chain includes the turning chain already, so we don't need to add anything again. So starting from the third chain from the hook, this is not a chain, this is our first chain, this is the second. So starting from this third, so yarn over, I'll go right inside and work my first double crochet. And please put this in mind, if you are doing the other design, the one with the mesh, just after working your first double crochet like this, you will go ahead, chain 1, skip 1 chain, then a double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1 chain, a double crochet in the next. You'll keep repeating that until you have, I'm doing for 3 to 6 months, until you have 9 stitches in total. But as for me, I'm not doing the mesh design because it's raining season. I want something closed up, so I don't want the mesh design. But in case you want it, so that's how you are going to do it. It's just the yoke part that we are doing the mesh. So you just have to go ahead, after chaining 1, you skip your next chain, and into the next one you just go ahead and work your double crochet, just like so. You chain 1 again, you skip, and you work your double crochet, just like that. But this is not what I'm doing, so I'm going to undo that and work my regular double crochet. So I'll go ahead and work my double crochets until I have 9 double crochets in total. 9 double crochet, which we have here. So we are doing for 0 to 3 months and you chained 62, you will do 8 double crochets in total. If you are doing 6 to 12 months and you chained 78, you will do 10 double crochets in total. But as for me, I'll be doing 9. So I'll go ahead and complete my 9 double crochet. So after completing my 9 double crochet, this is what I have. So in the next stitch we'll be working a V stitch, which consists of a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So yarn over, I'll go right inside. This is applicable to all sizes. So you work your double crochet, chain 1, then you go back inside that same stitch and add one more double crochet. So after that, you want to work the first armhole. So for 0 to 3 months you are going to work 12 stitches. Me, I'm doing for 3 to 6 months I work 14. So for 6 to 12 months you go ahead and work 16 stitches. So as for me, I'll go ahead and work my 14 double crochet. So you go ahead and work yours. So after working my 14 stitches, so we are going to be repeating this V stitch. We'll be doing this at every corner. As you can see that we have it here in the diagram, we have the V stitches right there. So I'll go ahead and work my V stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 1, then we had one more double crochet inside that same stitch. So right now I want to work the chest area, which is the front. For 0 to 6 months you go ahead and work 16 double crochets. 3 to 6 months, which I'm doing, I'll work 18 double crochets, and 6 to 12 months you go ahead and work 20 double crochets. So go ahead and work your needed stitches. So after working my 18 stitches, this is what I have. So what we have left to do is just the repetition of what we did here. So we'll go ahead and work our V stitch, which is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and whatever you did here, whatever the number of stitches you did here. As for me, I did 14. So I'll go ahead, after working my V stitch, I'll work 14 double crochets. After that, I'll work a V stitch again, then finish off with 9 double crochet. So whatever the number of double crochets you do, you are going to repeat that. Whatever the number you did for the first armhole, you are going to repeat that here. Work another V stitch, then finish off with what you started with. And I hope that makes sense. You can just go back to you can just rewind and go back to the diagram to see how what we have, the number of stitches we have for each sizes. So go ahead and complete the first round. So I have my first row completed. So we are done with this calculation, and we hope if you are working the mesh pattern, I hope you remember to maintain your chain 1, skip 1 pattern. So for the next round, even if you are doing the mesh pattern, you are going to be repeating the same thing we want to do in the next round, because you'll be alternating between mesh and the regular row, mesh and regular row. So right now we are going to chain 2, 1, 2, and skip. This does not count as a stitch, so I turned around and we'll start working. We'll go ahead and work 1 double crochet inside each and every of our stitch until we get here. So starting from here is my first. So I'll go ahead and complete my double crochet until I get to the very last double crochet here. So whenever we get to this V stitch, which is our corner stitch, we will always repeat V stitch. So whenever we get to this chain 1, we always work 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet. So I'll yarn over, I'll go right inside, 1 double crochet, I'll chain 1, go back inside and work another double crochet. So after that, I'll go ahead and work 1 double crochet inside each and every of my stitches. When I get to this chain 1 space, I'll repeat the same thing, 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. I'll go again, I'll work my double crochet. When I get here, I'll repeat the same thing. I'll do that until I get to the very end. So after completing the second round, this is what I have. So right now it's just a repetition. So I'll go ahead and chain 2 and I'll return. So if you are working the mesh pattern, so you have to work your mesh now. Start working your double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So like I said, for the mesh pattern, you'll go ahead, work your double crochet, you chain 1, you skip 1 stitch, then you work a double crochet in the next. That is for the mesh pattern, but as for me, I'm not doing that. So right now it's just a repetition of what we did in the previous round. We'll go ahead and work double crochet all the way. When we get to the chain 1 space, you work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and you repeat this all the way. You are just working one double crochet inside each and every of your stitches. And whenever you get to the chain 1 space, you are going to work your V stitch, which is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So we are going to go back and forth. I'll go ahead until I have 7 rounds. Like I said, I'll go ahead until I have 7 rounds in total. I have 2 already, so I'll go ahead and add 5 more. So if you are doing for 0 to 3 months, I would suggest you have 6. But if the baby is quite small, you can do just 5. 5 will do. And if you are doing for 6 to 12 months, I'll suggest you do 7 rounds, just like I'm doing, or if the baby is a chubby and a big baby, you can add one more row to it. And if you are doing for other bigger sizes, I would suggest you continue going back and forth until the front, this chest measurement, until it measures the chest round. You know, if you are making for 0 to 12 months, the chest round is 20. So 6 to 12 months rather, the chest round is 20. So you go back and forth until you have, and 20 divided by 2 is 10, until you have about 10 inches right here for the front. So that's how you do for you. So you will need to get the chest measurement of the very size you are making. So if you are making for 2 years, you need the chest round measurement of the 2 years. I hope that makes sense, and I hope I'm not getting you confused. So I'll go ahead and work my 7 rounds. When I'm done, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So this is what I have after completing my 7 rounds. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So right now we'll be shaping out the armhole. And to start, just like we've been doing, I'll go ahead and I chained one already. I will add one more. That's 2 chains. And I will turn. I'll go right inside the very first double crochet, just like we've been doing. And I'll go ahead and work my double crochet all the way until I get to my chain, to my V-stitch. When I get to the V-stitch, I'll come and show you the next thing to do. So I am at this V-stitch already, so I'll go ahead, I'll put in a double crochet right inside that corner, and I'll go ahead and skip all the stitches for the armhole. I'm going to skip that, and I'll go right into the next V-stitch and work a double crochet. I'll go in with a double crochet. So we worked one double crochet here, we skipped all of this, and we worked another double crochet here. So just like that. So we'll go ahead and continue working our double crochets all the way. When we get here, we'll put in a double crochet. We're going to skip all of this and work a double crochet in here and finish with our remaining stitches. So I'll go ahead and work all of this. When I'm done, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So after working my last double crochet, I'll go right inside here, inside the very first double crochet we did right here. I'll go inside and make a slip stitch. So after working that, I'll chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. That's a double crochet. This will count as a double crochet, and I'll go ahead and add one more, making 4, and I will turn. I want to right now, because this is the front side of my work, and we'll start working around the same direction. So I chained 4. That's a double crochet, chain 1, and I'm going to skip this chain 3. The chain 3 is for this double crochet, and the chain 1 we are going to skip this double crochet. Chain 3 is count as our first double crochet, and that is on this very stitch. So we are going to skip this, and our chain 1 we are supposed to skip a stitch, which is this. I'm going to skip that. So I'll go into the next stitch, which is this, and work my double crochet. I'll chain 1, skip the next stitch, work a double crochet, chain 1, skip the next stitch, work a double crochet. So that will be the repetition. I'll go all the way around, chain 1, skip 1, chain 1, skip 1. I'll keep working my double crochet until I get back to the very end here. So after going round, working my mesh pattern, this is what I have left right here. I have 2 stitches left. If I chain 1, skip this, I will work here. So I'll chain 1, I'll skip this and work here like that, and I'll go ahead and chain 1, and I'll slip stitch in the 3rd chain. 1, 2, 3 right there. So this is what we have. So for the next round, we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. So after chaining 3, I'll go back inside that same space and add one more double crochet, because this is our first stitch. This counts as a stitch. This is our first double crochet. So I'll go right inside and add one more double crochet. So this counts as 2 double crochets. So this is our first one, this is the second. So we'll go ahead and work 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So this is our next stitch, this chain 1 space. So I'll work 1 double crochet, that's 1. This is the next, I'll work right on top of the double crochet, that's 2. And this is the next right here, I'll work a double crochet, that's 3. So in the next stitch right here, work double crochet increase. So I'll go ahead and add one more. Again, we'll go ahead and work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And in the 4th stitch we make an increase. So basically that's just a repetition. Go ahead and keep repeating this. One double crochet into the next, one double crochet into the next 3 stitches, and in the 4th stitch you make an increase. So that will be the pattern. You go ahead and repeat this until you get right back here to where we started. So I finished up with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. So I'll go right on top of the chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work a slip stitch right there. And this is what we have, as you can see. So start working on the skirt part of the dress, so the lower part now. So right now we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, which is our first double crochet. Now go ahead and add 2 more chains. 1, 2. This is chain 2. So the 5 chains stand for a double crochet chain 2. So yarn over, I'll go right inside that same stitch and add 1 more double crochet right there. So what we have here is double crochet chain 2 double crochet. So I'll go ahead and work 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to repeat what I did here. I'm going to repeat it, which is a double crochet chain 2, and I'll go back inside and add 1 more double crochet. Again, work 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. After working 3 double crochets, I'll go ahead and repeat this. Double crochet chain 2 double crochet, work double crochet chain 2 and a double crochet. So that will be the repetition for this round. So you go ahead and work this 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, and in the 4th stitch you work a double crochet chain 2 and a double crochet. So go ahead and repeat this until you get back to the very end. So after working, this is what I have. I actually have 4 stitches left, so I just work 1 double crochet in the last stitch instead of working my increase. You know, we started with an increase here, so I don't want to work another increase. So I just work 1 double crochet there, and I will slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right in there, I'll go ahead and make a slip stitch right there. So after doing that, I'll go into the chain 2 space right here and work a slip stitch just like that. So after working a slip stitch, I'll go ahead and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which counts as a double crochet and chain 2. So I'll go back into that same chain 2 space and add 1 more double crochet. So we just work our first big V stitch. I'll call this the big V stitch. Remember the previous V stitches we worked here was just a double crochet chain 1 double crochet. So I'll call this one the big V stitch, double crochet chain 2 and a double crochet. So after working that, we'll go ahead and work 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So after that, we repeat the same thing we've been doing. So whenever we get to this chain space, we always repeat double crochet chain 2 double crochet chain 2 and a double crochet. So that will be the repetition for this round. Go ahead, work 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. When you get to the chain space, you work double crochet chain 2 double crochet. So you go ahead and repeat this all the way until you come to the very end. So I've come to the end of the round, and right now I want to switch colors. This is the remaining rounds we'll be doing for this dress is actually repetition, which is what we want to do now. So you can start switching colors as you like. So I will go ahead and slip stitch on the 3rd chain. 1, 2, and 3. So I'll slip stitching with my new color. I'll be going in with this shade of blue, and I'll go ahead and slip stitch with that, just like that. So after slip stitching, I'll go into the chain 2 space just like we did previously. I'll slip stitch so that I can move my yarn to the middle. So after moving right there, I will go ahead and chain 5. So we will always chain 5 at the beginning of our round. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. So that's these 5 chains counts as our double crochet chain 2. So we'll go back inside that same space and add one more double crochet, just like that. And right now there will not be increase again. So after working this, we are going to skip this previous double crochet that we have. We are going to skip this. So we'll go right here, work a double crochet. We're going to the next, work a double crochet. We are going to work 5 double crochets in total. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we are skipping this first double crochet here, and we are skipping the last double crochet here. So you see these V stitches that this big V stitch, we are not going to be working on the double crochets. So I'll go into the chain 2 space and work our regular big V stitch, which is double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. So after that, we are going to skip this. We'll go into the next, which is this right here. Work 1. I'll work 5 double crochets in total. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we are going to skip this last one and we'll go right inside our chain 2, work double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So practically that's the repetition for this round. So we go ahead and work this. I'll come back and show you how to work this again before I tell you the number of rounds you need to do. So I'm at the end of the round already. So I work my 5 double crochets. I'll go ahead and slip stitch on the third chain, 1, 2, 3, right there. So I'll go ahead and slip stitch inside the chain 2 space so that I can move to the middle, and I'll chain 5 as usual. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll add one more double crochet in that space right there. So it's just a repetition of what we did on the previous round. So we are going to skip this and we'll go ahead and work 5 double crochets in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. After working my 5 double crochets, I'll skip the next double crochet, which is this, and I'll go into the chain 2 space, work a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet, just like that. So that will be the repetition. We'll go ahead and repeat this all the way until we come back to the end. So after coming to the end, I'll go ahead and repeat this, and in total I'll be working in this new color. I'm working the second round already, so I'll go ahead and add 18 more. So we have 20 rows in this color, like 20 rows in another color. I hope that makes sense. So, or you can just go ahead and continue repeating this row until you get to your desired length. So I'll go ahead while working. I will switch colors because I'm trying to do some color transition here. So after completing this second round, I'm going to fasten out this color and switch to another color. So I'll just go ahead and keep switching colors like that, and I will come and show you what it looks like when I'm done with my 18 rounds. And after that, we are going to be doing some edging at the base of the dress. So when I'm done with my 18 round first, we'll come back and do the next thing. So I went ahead, I said I was going to change colors, which I did. As you can see, I have different shades of blue here. I have 7 different shades of blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I told you to go ahead and do your desired length. So in this color blue shades, I have 19 in total. So my 20th round, I will make it my border. So this is what it looks like. So let's quickly work on the border and finish off our dress. So right now, I will, after slip stitching, after I slip stitched, I'm trying to adjust that. After I slip stitch into the third chain, I'll go right inside the chain 2 space and make another slip stitch, just like we've been doing. And I'll go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2, 3, which is my first double crochet. Now I'll go right inside this chain 2 space and work 6 more double crochets. So this is my first double. I'll work 6 more. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I have 6 more double crochets. That's 7 double crochets in total, including our chain 3. So I'll go ahead, I'll skip 1, 2, and in the third I'll skip 1, 2, and I will go inside the third stitch and work a single crochet. I'll skip the next 2 stitches as well. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we skip 3. This very double crochet we have here, we're going to count that. So we skip 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the fourth. So we repeat the same thing. We skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and we are going to work in our chain 2 space. We'll go right inside. We are going to be repeating this cluster, which is 7 double crochets in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I have my 7 double crochets. So I'll skip 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. In the fourth stitch, I'll go ahead and work a single crochet. After that, I'll skip 3 double crochets again. 1, 2, 3, and that will bring us to our chain 2 space. We'll repeat 7 double crochets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We are going to skip 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. In the fourth stitch right there, we will go in with a single crochet. We skip 3 double crochets again. 1, 2, 3, and that will bring us to our chain 2 space. And we'll go ahead and repeat our 7 double crochets. So that is the that will be the repetition, and that is the pattern for the border. We are working the scallop border. So I'll go ahead and repeat this all the way until I get back to where I started. And when I'm done, we are going to do a little details here around the neckline, and I think our dress will be ready. So go ahead and work the border. So I'm right here at the end. I worked my last group of 7 double crochets. So I'll skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and right here in the fourth I'll make a single crochet. And after that, on top of this chain 3, I'll go right there and make a slip stitch. I'll chain 1 and fasten off. So we are done with that. Look at that beauty. I love the shape. The wavy shape is given. Look at that. This is what we have. So right now, so if you wish, you can decide to repeat what the edging we did. You can decide to have that on the around the armhole, but I think I want to leave this way. And for the neckline, we are going to be working a single crochet across. So right here, turn to the back. I'm going to leave a okay. I'll use this small tail I have here. I'll use that to attach my button here. So I'll go right inside the very first stitch, and I'll attach my yarn. I'll chain 1, and I'll go inside each and every of my stitch with a single crochet. So just like that. So I'll go right inside, like so. I'm working with the color I finished with at the bottom, so you might want to do the same thing. So I'll just go ahead and work 1 single crochet across everything, and when I'm done, I'll come and tell you the next thing to do. So this is what I have after I finished working the neckline, and I went ahead and attached a button at the back right there. So right now we are going to put a ribbon around this line, this mesh that we did here, around the around the chest area. So I'm going to use this shade of blue. I have it here, this very shade, this royal blue. So I'm going to thread my needle with that, with the ribbon. Now I'll flip this over and I'll start threading it from the back. So I'll start right here from this place. I'll go in. I went in, out, in, out. So I'll adjust that again, in, out. So I'll go ahead, I'll go all the way back, and when I'll make sure I have enough ribbon to be able to make a bow at the back, so that I can easily and conveniently tie a bow at the back. So I'll go ahead and pass this round. When I'm done, I'll come and show you the next thing. So after passing all the way around, this is what I have. So I'll just go ahead and I'll make a bow just like that. If you have a better way, please go ahead. All you just need to do is make a bow at the back like that. I think that's not bad. So I will go ahead and cut this off. Yeah, so this is what the back looks like. So, and the very last thing we'll be doing is we'll be accessorizing this with this beauty, with this flower. So my hot glue is ready, so just go ahead, apply some here, right there. I think that's fine. So after doing that, I will now attach this to the right corner of my dress, around here, somewhere around here. Oops. So I'll go right there, and yeah, perfect. Look at that. Look at the beauty we made. So this is what we have, and our dress is completely ready. So this is what our dress looks like, and I hope you're able to make yours. It's very simple and very straightforward to make. Say a very big shout out to Nat S, the originator of the design. So I just changed some little things there, just here and there. She's the originator of the design of this dress. So Nat S, shout out. Thank you for bringing this beautiful design to life. And that being said, if you are not yet a subscriber, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified anytime I upload a new video. And please, if you find this video useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.